I'm on the drugs right now. I can use your love right now. But instead they tryna tear me down. I'm just tryna
We didn't know shit.
Oh,
Like, we
facts.
didn't know
Oh,
shit.
my God.
Like,
No.
So imagine even just off that side and knowing how shit's gonna look after you've thrown it all out in front of yourself. Like, it's just exciting, man. But aside from that, yeah, it's been a all right week, minus the news of today, which we'll get into later. But for now, we're gonna keep it light.
Keep it light.
And I have a
Keep it
question
light.
for y'all. I have a question
Right
for y'all.
ahead.
I don't know if this is keeping it light actually, because this might turn the fire on. But I'm gonna just ask y'all.
Save it
So
for-
I was thinking, right? No.
No. We podding
Podding.
today. We podding
Yeah,
today.
you already knew what I was gonna say.
We podding today.
All right, I have a question for y'all.
All right.
All right, so I was thinking, we all love Kobe, obviously. Grew up watching Kobe. Oh, that's wild. You got the Kobe shirt on. Obviously, the viewers can see the Kobe murals. So obviously, we all have a great deal of respect for Kobe and everything he symbolized. I feel like what comes with that respect is when it comes to his grit, his tenacity. When we talk about the Mamba mentality, we're generally talking about the way he worked and his overall just work ethic and his approach to everything in life. And he always said, like, especially after when he was done playing, like, it's not just about basketball. And he translated that to every aspect of his life. And he taught that to kids in terms of translating it to every aspect of their life, even writing kids' books. One of them was about tennis. So, I mean, it just goes to show it was never just about basketball. So my point in all this, when we talk about Kobe's respect, or our respect for Kobe, Kobe's work ethic, do you feel like Kobe Bryant would respect your work ethic? If Kobe could mirror you for a day and just watch what you're doing, do you think you have a work ethic that Kobe would respect?
Honestly
Go
speaking, damn, that's a really good.
I
fucking
told you I
question.
might turn the fire up. I didn't know it was gonna make it light, but it's gonna turn the.
Damn.
That nigga would hate me, bro. He will not fuck with me.
Real.
He'll look at Phil Jackson like, get this nigga off the court. Bro. I
Okay,
can't fuck with this nigga. You can stand me.
Sorry, I'm glad y'all keep it real, because when I was thinking as of what I didn't want niggas to do, as soon as I ask it, yeah, Bean will respect me. They were like, nigga, shut the fuck. Because I was saying, because my next question would be, so you're telling me if Bean had your same profession, wanted to do what, say, a comedian in your case, would he respect the approach and the work ethic? And I kind of feel y'all in terms of like, it's like I think he would respect certain things that I'm doing, but I think he would have a lot of different ways that I can improve. I'm sure, just because he had so much more game and so much more knowledge. But so I'm before I say my piece, I'll let y'all answer it.
I feel like on some days he might respect me. But it's definitely not on the daily. Consistently, it's a little tough because
But I think that's the problem. That's his whole thing of really working is
Every day,
So he's
yeah,
not gonna
yeah.
just look at one day and be like, yeah, man, I saw you sweating. He'll be,
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Man,
Like,
I don't know. It's like sometimes I don't respect myself for the way that I'm working, because I always feel like I could do more. It's like it's a constant battle of like, yo, I need to do more. I need to do more. You know, like that high of a creative is what's the good word? Like ephemeral. You know, it's very
euphoric?
Huh?
Euphoric?
It's
I think both work.
it's ephemeral because it's short. You know, like once we put out a project,
I've
it's-
never heard that word before.
Yeah,
oh,
same.
it's
That's a
like
good word though.
That's a really nice word. I'm gonna steal that.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Oh, I get it. First 15, you trying to sound smart for the viewers? Let them know ahead of time. Like, yeah, I'm the
Yes,
smart
sir.
guy. Hey, we are getting a lot of new viewers, so this might be their first
Man,
introduction.
y'all the
to you,
best
man.
fans ever. Gotta say,
I love
gotta
y'all,
say.
man.
Definitely. All the
Yeah.
comments. Thank you.
Really? Because we got some negative comments, so you love them too.
Hey, those are my
Yes.
favorite
No, I'm just
actually.
playing.
No.
All right,
It's
go
just
on.
perspective.
But yeah, like the high of a creative is very short. You know, once we put out a project, it's gone. You know, and then maybe you see the numbers for a little bit, and you're like, okay, there's a little bit of a high how people received it, but honestly, it's fucked up. You know, like okay, going back to the question of Kobe Bryant, nah, he would not respect me, cause he would point out everything that I'm not doing that I already do myself. Like I already point everything out to me. Like especially when I get faded, you know, I'll get into my head and like, dude, that's why it's like I don't like doing edits when I'm high too much, is because I'll constantly think about the things that I tell myself I should do, but then I don't do. So yeah, I don't think he would respect my work ethic right now.
It's like when you wake up in the middle of the night and you're like, I need to get my life together, and you just start like planning for the future, you know, like just do things out of character and shit. It's like every now and then you just, that's how you are when you're high, right? You just like, yo, I'm really like wasting time. I really could just like do more and do more.
Oh
and do
yeah.
more. But at the same time, like you could also suffer burnout. Like unfortunately, like if you push yourself too hard, you gotta know how to really pace yourself too.
And that's when my weed be kicking in, because I'll be like halfway editing the pod. I'm getting kind of like, I'm all right, I'm about to go smoke, come back. This about to be the greatest fucking, I'm over here cracking up, bro. It's the best when I'm editing shit, and I'm fucking dying by myself in my room. Like, I'm like, fucking, I keep going back and shit. But no, honestly, no, I truly, I really do feel, I don't think he would like just straight, because you know Kobe was very upfront with people. He'll tell you if you think you're a bum, especially if you're supposed to be on his team.
Yeah.
Honestly, I feel like I would hope that if he actually, imagine, all right, in this totally different scenario, he wouldn't give a fuck regardless. But like if you really actually gave a fuck, like I would hope like, man, he could give me game on ways I could improve. But in terms of what I'm doing, I think if I laid out like what my daily is like, how I go about things, what my mindset is, I actually don't think he would shit on me at all. Like I think he might say, all right, but if you're gonna do it this way, what if you do that? So what if you just start it this time, make it scheduled like that? Because I've seen a lot of him give out game like that. So I think he'd have probably ways I can improve and things like that. But no, honestly, I feel like he'd have to respect certain things. But I also tell myself these things like as I'm doing this shit, like, nah, fuck that. What would Kobe do? Like Kobe wouldn't do that shit. Like I'm not even gonna like if when things that are outside of what I'm focused on enter my realm, I think Kobe would not give a fuck about none of this shit. He don't give a fuck about personal. He don't give a fuck about emotions. He don't care about, nah, it's all business and it's all work. So in terms of that shit, like, nigga, I'm his disciple. I'm one of your disciples. So I'd hope that you wouldn't completely shit on me. But there's no doubt that like he would probably give me a fucking year's worth of game and knowledge.
Yeah, I feel that same way. Like, cause I like letting the personal stuff intertwine with your work. You know, you can't do that. I think that'll probably be one of the things that he'd shit on me for, is like that excuse of, oh, but this is happening in my life. But is the work done? You know, did you do what you're supposed to do today?
Hey, he'll hurt your feelings too. Yeah. You know that nigga Smush got his feelings hurt a lot. Like niggas get their feelings. Kobe's not playing, man.
but even his criticisms would be very valuable. You know, like even he's just shitting on you the whole day. Like that's just good. That's feedback that's gonna be positive at the end.
Depends on who you are too.
That's what it does. In this foreign scenario, Kobe's actually giving a fuck, because I feel like the type he was, if you not on his team and he's not. Yeah, do your thing. Yeah. Like, I really don't give a fuck what you do, because remember, like we said, mindset is all business. Why would I waste time even worried about what you're doing? I already know y'all not gonna catch up to where I'm at. I'm saying Kobe's mentality, but so it's like that's why in this scenario he's giving a fuck and paying attention. But he don't have time for that shit, man. He was all locked in and he was giving game to people who he saw giving or taking those right steps. So I would hope that in this foreign universe, I would be one of those people that he'd give his time to or give advice to. But nah, I'll be too fucking starstruck.
Well, that's true.
only person I would.
And when you're out there, holy shit, it's Kobe.
Yeah. Like, so what was it like when you got 81? Like, this nigga didn't listen at all. Just fucking did this nigga game. Do you still like Shaq? Get the fuck out of here.
Nah, I think definitely, like you said, like of course in some aspects of if you laid out your whole day, you know what I mean, he would be like, yeah, I respect that or what you're doing. But I don't really see Kobe as a guy that would just shit on you. You know, like, just even if you aren't, I don't know. I lost what I was gonna say about it.
He'll shit on you if you're on his team.
That's why him and Shaq had beef, because Shaq was like not putting in the work, and Kobe just didn't fuck with that.
Very blunt. You're a fucking bum. He said to the media, y'all know how it is. If someone's a bum, I'll tell y'all he's a bum. Smush was a bum. I told y'all he was a bum. So I like the killer in that, because people will call you a dick and they'll call you different things, but I feel like the winners get it. And then it's funny when they talk about Michael Jordan's doc, they talking all that stuff. But for us, Kobe, we're like, they were saying all the shit about Kobe. Like, why? Because remember, everyone was so surprised. Like, man, it came out. One of the audios tweaking.
But honestly, no, it's kind of hard for me to imagine like what Kobe would say. Like, I could make a guess, but you know, I don't know. I would rather adopt the mentality, just plain simple, just seeing how it is done. And just kind of acting that way, like kind of holding it in my head, like imagining if he was an imaginary big brother, like next to me or something like that, right? Yeah. Like adding somebody to your council, I guess, of people that you could talk to mentally. You know what I mean? Like, let's say yours was Kevin Hart for a minute. You know, listening to audiobooks or listening to his voice, or that could be somebody who you kind of like.
I thought you were talking about me at first.
I was just looking down.
I was just picturing what if Kevin Hart was like my guy I was following. I don't know why that just seems funny as
fuck. But I'm saying, like, it could be Kobe, it could be anybody, like anybody that you kind of look up to in that regards could be a part of your council, and you can adopt what maybe they would, kind of like what you said, like what would Kobe do. So I look at it more like that. Like, let's say, because I do like that question now, because I'm going to put that into my question for like the council that I have in my head, right? Like, you count, like, Kobe's in your council, right? Whether you kind of know it or not, but you said like disciple, like you're learning a lot from him. Yeah. But if you kind of work with that idea and kind of imagine it more and really work on the imagination, like, you could really kind of like, it'll feel like you're really talking to Kobe type shit. Like, if you, like, let's say before you go to bed, you talk to your council. You imagine that you sit down at the head of a table and you have Benjamin Franklin, let's say he's in your council. Let's say Tesla's
Bill
in your
Gates
council.
for sure gotta go.
Let's say Bill Gates is in your council. Fucking whoever you want in your council, and you imagine sitting down having a conversation with him, and you're leading the team, like whatever it is, the meeting. It's, I don't know, it's pretty good for your consciousness.
You know what I think I've been doing more, like, I've been visualizing like the things I want to do more before I go to sleep. That's been like pushing me a little bit more in the mornings, because usually I'm always like on my phone or some shit, or like on the laptop. So lately I've been reading a little bit more before going to sleep, and envisioning success. That's like the main thing. And for right now, it's like you got to do the work and also envision what you can do. You know,
it's important because the time before you, well, I know we're going to some notes, but the time before you go to sleep is like when it's easier to impress your subconscious mind, because you're in a more relaxed state. So that's when you like have like hypnosis come in or something like that. I don't know if hypnosis is real or not, but you're in a more relaxed state. So if you're filling your mind with positive things in a state that you're in before you go to sleep, you're more likely to kind of dream in a better way. You know what I mean? So you're in relaxed, cool, and using imagination.
Yeah.
I look myself in the mirror every night before bed for a cool 10 minutes, just staring. Then at the end I say, "You're gonna get your bitch ass up tomorrow morning. You're gonna fucking go get it. You fucking work like you're Kobe today or tomorrow."
Yeah. That's good.
Yeah, I'm gonna use that.
No, it's hard to sleep after that. You got too much pent up energy then.
Yeah,
fire on the mirror.
Yeah.
You about to say something? I swear I heard this thing say something.
I forgot, man.
Ass nigga.
It ain't be like that, bro.
No, but I heard something come, then I turned and he was just.
Yeah.
I was like, I swear I thought he was about to say something.
Nah, I was in the middle of saying something and I just stopped and I forgot what I was even saying.
It'd be like that.
Yo, look at us dressed up.
Just trying to tell you now.
Girl, I'm off the drugs right now. I could use your love right now, but they steady trying to tear me down. I just wanna tell you now,